Chilly night in Las Vegas. The beautiful scene outside the MGM Grand. Inside, not an empty seat in the MGM Grand Garden Arena. We go to the 10th of a scheduled 12 in a fight that may be 5 rounds to 4 either way. Power shots in the 9th round. Pacquiao landed 17, appeared to win the round. And Erikmorales and Mannypacquiao are headed down the stretch of a classic. Harold, how do you have it to this point?
Okay, Jim. 87, 84, 6 rounds to 3. Erikmorales. Jim, I gotta tell you something. After that cut in round 5, I thought Erikmorales virtually swept the fight until the 9th, which Pacquiao won. Without question, Erikmorales fighting a very smart fight, just like he is now. Kept him at the proper distance, and Mannypacquiao just didn't get inside enough to do enough damage until round 9, which he absolutely won.
I have it 5 rounds to 4 for Morales. I think it could easily be 5 rounds to 4 for Pacquiao.
One thing I think Roach told Pacquiao in the corner that was very smart was that to put the pressure on Morales, because if there are any effects from the Barrero fight, they would show up now that he's fatigued.
Some people thought that Erikmorales was coming back too fast after a big fight with Marco Antonio Barrera, that it was too much too soon. But again, born in a boxing gym, has had an extremely active career, loves to fight, probably less susceptible to that problem than most. They're still trading, and it's going to get hot again down the stretch. What a right hand by Morales. Pacquiao's in trouble. Morales wobbled him with that right. Let's see if Erik can finish his man. Pacquiao with a blistering right. He's got his legs back.
We're in Barrera-Morales.
He lost
territory here.
Pacquiao's mouthpiece is out.
Morales better be very careful here. He's trying to get him, but he better be very careful. And Pacquiao is fighting back like a madman.
I think it's Pacquiao's mouthpiece.
Yes, Pacquiao's mouthpiece, without a doubt.
Look at Pacquiao strafing Morales with left hands, even while fighting without the mouthpiece. And now Morales gets his shot. Joe Cortez can't find a low.
Time.
Finally, has to call time to create the opportunity to give Pacquiao the mouthpiece. And of course, Morales' fans didn't want that at all.
I don't think Morales minds.
Morales squats in the corner. Fatigue may well be setting in.
Oh, yeah.
Mexico is the champ. And incidentally, for his part, Marco Antonio Barrera went on record publicly as saying, I want Erik to win the fight. I root for all Mexican fighters. For his part, Morales said, I don't believe it.
I believe it.
I do too. I think Barrera will be very happy if Morales wins this fight. Good right hand by Erikmorales to punctuate another round in which he was tactically superior.
Sit down, relax. Come on, let him breathe in.
Bend your knee so you got more forward.
Okay. 11th round coming up. Okay. Vasily, deep breath. Give me a ring. Okay, relax.
It's 2 rounds now. Don't get overconfident, but we got it. But keep sticking with that left. Don't let him take a deep breath. Don't let him breathe.
Here you see Pacquiao on the attack, and Morales comes over the top with the overhand right that he continuously comes over to break up everything that Pacquiao is doing. And right here, Pacquiao blew his own mouthpiece out after a missed punch, so that wasn't caused by a punch.
Power shots in round 10. Morales 22 out of 46, doubled Pacquiao, who landed 11 out of 42. If you believe in Harold Letterman's scorecard, then you believe Mannypacquiao needs a knockout to win. Erikmorales, if he stands up, is going to be the winner if Harold's got it right. And now, in addition to all the bleeding, Pacquiao's right eye has begun to swell shut.
And it's bleeding really, really bad now.
And that could give Morales some great chances with his jab and his left hook.
But it doesn't seem to be bothering Pacquiao because he just shot a beautiful straight left hand out there.
Hey, as a teenager, Mannypacquiao sold stolen cigarettes on the streets of Manila just to try to survive. So he's been through tougher than this.
Yes, he has.
Morales seems to sense that his job is to stand up. He's still fighting, but he's staying more out of harm's way.
Whoa.
Hard right hand by Morales. Steps into the fray again. Pacquiao pushing Morales off to try to get punching room. Morales is using that jab over and over, sensing that Pacquiao may have trouble seeing with the right eye. Good straight right hand by Morales and a left hand inside by Manny. You know what that means. Blood starts to flow again. More than a minute left in the round.
People may
Great
wonder.
combination by Morales.
People may wonder if.
Oh, good body shot.
If Barrera handled Morales twice and Pacquiao demolished Barrera, why is Morales doing so good against Pacquiao?
Because styles make fights.
In part because styles make fights, in part because he's so big and strong now at this weight that he takes such a good punch that it keeps him in the game.
And in part because he's always fighting Marco Antonio Barrera in some sense or another. And this was his chance tonight to beat a guy who had badly beaten Barrera, which in his view would be a victory over Marco.
All right, bring on, bring on, bring on. Bring on.
Pacquiao is going to need to be more active and more dynamic in the 12th round if he's going to create the knockout he appears to need. And he's exhausted.
Yeah, but he's fighting like a real champion.
Okay.
And so is Morales.
Both guys have been great. Both great.
Okay, that's it. 1 second. Water, Justin. Give me the Vaseline. Last round. Good. Vaseline. Vaseline, both ways.
This is the last round. You got the fight in the bag. Please don't get overconfident. Be careful. Yeah, we got the fight. Yeah, nothing's wrong. Everything's fine.
Stay on it for me this time, okay? All right? Let's go to work now. Manny, you've got 3 minutes, okay? Hey, Manny, try sitting down with some hard power shots, knock this son of a bitch on his head.
Well, boxing fans, there's bad news and good news. The bad news is there are only 3 minutes left in this one. The good news, they should be unforgettable.
The featherweight division is a gift that keeps giving to boxing, and this is no exception.
Letterman had Morales winning the 11th, further sealing the deal on the notion that if Pacquiao's going to win, he'll need a knockout to do it.
Not out of the question now.
I have it 6 rounds to 5 for Morales.
Pacquiao's never had a knockout after the 10th round, and it's going to be extremely difficult to do it against the taller, extremely resilient Morales. But again, as Roy said, not out of the question. And then, of course, the judges have confounded us before. But in this instance, I think the tactical advantage has been clear enough.
I can't conceive of the judges going against Morales.
He switches southpaw, lands a couple of right hands, puts himself in harm's way, though, against Pacquiao's left hand.
Yeah,
And takes a big one.
I don't know why he would fight Pacquiao
Why in the
southpaw.
world would he switch southpaw?
That seems dumb to me. I don't understand that.
His father told him, don't do anything stupid.
that
Please
is
be
stupid.
cautious. He switched southpaw and got hit by a massive left hand. I think Morales wants to fight.
I know he wants to fight.
Oh,
Oh,
my gosh. going into the jaws of the lion.
This is a picture that doesn't need any captions.
He's just stubborn. Morales is just being stubborn here, won't turn back because he turned, and he's not going to let Pacquiao get the best of him like this, and this is crazy because he's giving the fight away like this, I think.
Guys, there's nothing like boxing, and there are no athletes like fighters.
We can call this March Gladness.
Absolutely. There's nowhere else in sport you'll find greater passion, greater intensity, greater courage, greater commitment, greater sheer guts than what these two guys are showing you. This is boxing at its best.
See, he's just stubborn. He just means he's not going to be out there in the southpaw position. I don't know why he would do this. That was crazy of him to even do that.
What a fight!
Nobody is going to ask for their money back.
That may be the best two fights back-to-back that I ever seen.
Unbelievable. What a night in Las Vegas. And in your living room.
Do we want to see this one again?
Well, I have a hunch we might. Just a wild hunch. Harold Letterman gives the 12th round to Pacquiao, and clearly Pacquiao deserved the 12th off those massive left-hand shots that Morales set up for him by turning southpaw in the middle of the round.
Yeah, it was crazy. When you turn southpaw against a southpaw, he's better at hitting you from the southpaw stance than you are hitting him.
You're opening up your chin.
I wouldn't understand why he do it. Like right here, he throws a jab, he counters the jab with a beautiful overhand left. You can't actually get hit with a better punch than that. So why would you turn southpaw at a time like that?
That was seconds after he turned
beats him to the punch with a right hook. I mean, you can't outbox a southpaw by turning southpaw this late in the fight. You're tired, you're gonna make mistakes, and he's best at this. That was crazy.
It was as if he was saying, all right, Manny, you need a knockout. I'll give you a chance at it.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can do it. Hit my chin. Amazing. Let's take a look at the three judges who are charged with the responsibility of sorting this one out. All veterans, all terrific. Chuck Champa, one of the best. You see his scorecard for Barrera in the second Barrera-Morales fight. He scored for the winner. It was controversial. Dave Moretti, famous all the way back to some great fights in years past. Scored De La Hoya Sturm for De La Hoya, as did all three judges. And Paul Smith had Barrera-Morales 3 a draw, which a lot of media people thought was a very good scorecard. But at the end of the day, Barrera was the winner of that one. And Michael Buffer has the secret. Let's find out who won.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand, we saw two of the best fighters, not just in this division, but pound for pound in the world today, have the courage to face each other. A round of applause for both of these gladiators. We go to the scorecards. Paul Smith, Dave Moretti, and Chuck Champa all have the same score. 115 to 113 to the winner by unanimous decision. De la Zona Norte, Tijuana, Mexico.
A close fight. At the end of the day, 7-5 in rounds on all three judges' scorecards. But in my particular view, the right winner as Erikmorales, with a brilliant fight plan executed most of the way, seasoned by his normal irrational aggression in some places, outboxes Mannypacquiao in a violent fight.
Well, he was very smart, Jim. I think he used that aggressiveness at the right time because he had to take confidence from Pacquiao, while at the same time putting himself in control of the fight. If he hadn't bothered Pacquiao with the confidential, aggressive moves, then he would have gave Pacquiao more confidence and he'd had a harder time beating him.
So at the end of the day, despite all the violence, it was a tactical fight.
It was very
and
tactical.
Morales saw his ways of taking control. Incidentally, all three judges had Pacquiao winning the 12th, so that makes the 115-113 maybe not quite as close as it sounded. Final punch stat numbers: Morales 37%, Pacquiao only 24%. Again, Morales' connect percentage was significantly higher after the cut appeared in the 5th round on the right eye of Mannypacquiao. And jabs, this is an area where Morales was totally dominant, landing 62 more jabs and throwing fewer to wind up with a connect percentage edge of 32% to 10% that category. He set up his victory with the jab. He sealed the deal with straight right hands. And we take a look at power punches where Pacquiao landed more and landed that sizzling left hand many times, but couldn't put Morales down, following the pattern of Morales' entire career, which is that he gets hit, but he can take punches. At the end of the day, a victory for Eric El Terrible Morales, vindicating himself somewhat after the loss to Barrera last fall. Let's go to Larry Merchant with the winner.
Thank you very much, Jim. Congratulations, Eric. What was your plan coming into this fight to neutralize his left hand?
¿Cuál fue tu plan para esta pelea para evitar la izquierda de él?
Bueno, hicimos unos cambios diferentes a los otros peleadores mexicanos que habían peleado con él. El estilo un poco más mexicano, más tranquilo, más reservado, con movimientos reservados, pero con golpeo, contragolpe rápido.
My plans was, because I fought some other left-handed, but I knew this guy was quick and whatnot. We wanted to jab, bob, and weave, but real carefully using the jab.
When he suffered that cut on his eye, did you think the fight was going to go to distance?
Cuando él sufrió esa herida en el ojo, ¿pensabas tú que la pelea iba a llegar a la distancia?
Una herida en la ceja no es tan importante, ¿no? Se puede parar, puede durar toda una pelea. Estaba muy enfocado en seguir golpeándolo, abrirlo más. La verdad no, mi intención era terminar la pelea bien, no estaba esperanzado a la pura cortada, pero todo me salió bien.
Yeah, a cut like that is very dangerous for the opponent. But my plans wasn't focusing on them stopping the fight, was to punish him.
Was he tougher than you thought he was? Because he took a lot of your heavy punches too.
¿Tú crees que él es más fuerte de lo que tú pensabas? Porque él aguantó unos golpes durísimos de ti.
Sí, aguantó bastantes golpes buenos. Creo que tiene buen aguante. Sin embargo, su golpeo es respetable. No es tan noqueador como decían, pero bueno, es fuerte.
Yeah.
Y antes que otra cosa suceda y esto se me acabe, quiero agradecer a toda la gente que creyó en mí. Quiero agradecer a Top Rank por esta pelea. Yo creo que a la gente le gustó. Este es el tipo de peleas que queremos para la gente.
Yeah, he was a tough guy. I hit him with everything, and we knew he was tough. And we had to work hard to beat him. I wanted to thank Top Rank for this fight, and this is the fight that a lot of people wanted to see.
Do you feel vindicated, restored in the eyes of your fans after the losses to Barrera?
¿Te sientes tú reivindicado y restaurado en los ojos de tus fanáticos después de la derrota con Barrera?
Yo le doy las gracias a Top Rank por el apoyo que me ha dado y regresarme al ring con esa pelea. La gente es quien decide en qué nivel me pone. Creo que hoy la arena estuvo bastante satisfecho por la pelea que hizo Mannypacquiao y yo. Y fue un gusto estar aquí de nuevo.
Yes, absolutely feel vindicated because the Top Rank, my promoters, they put me in one of the fight the way I would prove and I would show, and you can see the crowd here and the way the fight went, that this is what they want.
Would you give him a rematch, or would you prefer to fight Barrera for a 4th time?
No lo sé. La gente decide. Como vieron, yo regreso al ring. Yo estoy aquí por la gente. Me gusta dar el espectáculo. Pude tratar de hacer otra pelea, sin embargo me paré al intercambio de golpes. Y aún en los últimos rounds, cuando no tenía necesidad, a la gente es lo que le gusta. Si la gente quiere ver la 4, pues ya veremos. Si no, a muchas peleas interesantes.
It's hard to say. The public is going to really have the final say. They want some tough fights. I could have taken it easy at the end of the fight because I was ahead, but the public wants this, and if they want the fourth fight, we'll do it.
But you really liked to stand toe-to-toe with him in the 12th round, even if you thought you won the fight, didn't
Pero
you?
tú te gustó cambiar golpe con este hombre, aunque sabiendo que estabas ganando, todavía quisiste fajarte.
¿Le gustó?
Did you like that?
I love you.
Gracias.
Gracias. Gracias. All right, Manny Pacquiao. Salamat.
All right, thank you.
That's thank you in Tagalog for a good fight. Why was he more difficult for you than Barrera?
I
missed that one. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Why was he more difficult for you, Manny, than Barrera?
It's big because you know it's hard for me because he's different style against Barrera. So Morales is slugger, is boxer. So he throw straight straight to the body, straight to the head, and he have a uppercut. So it's very different from Barrera.
Was his size a problem for you?
Oh, the size not problem. Just, no, that's my regular weight. You know, and comparable weight. That's 130 pounds.
Were you surprised that he took some of your best punches?
Yeah, you know, our success. We using winning. So.
And I wanted to ask you about the gloves. Do you think that had you been given the puncher's gloves that you normally wear, Reyes gloves, that you would have had a better chance to do damage?
I think if we're using our clitoris gloves, I think I knock him out. You know.
Why weren't you able to use your gloves? How did that happen that your promoter gave that edge away?
Under the camp of Morales, they request that gloves, and then you know, the Nevada Athletic Commission they want to use me winning gloves because Morales he want to use winning gloves.
But you could have used your gloves. The rule, there's no longer a rule that you have to use the same gloves as the opponent.
All right, yeah, that's right. But you know, we follow the decision of the Nevada the promoter. That's
he gave the gloves. You can use your gloves if you want, if it's not in the contract. But it was in the contract that we were winning gloves.
Was that a mistake to put that in the contract?
We were never asked.
Actually, I do not know that, and you know.
All right, let's go, Manny, to when you hurt your eye. The referee in round 5 ruled that it was a punch. You tell us what you think happened.
Right there.
Oh yeah, that's a headbutt. You know, that's a headbutt, but you know the decision of the referee is punch. So a hit in punch. So
what was the doctor saying to you when they took time out? Because he took a long time to look at your cut.
I did not hear that what he's saying. That you know what he said, and then he said, "You want to continue the fight or stop?" He said, "You want?" He said, "Yeah."
Did it affect you in the fight?
The fight, yeah, very effective. That's cut because that one eye can see, you know.
You couldn't see out of that eye?
Yeah, I couldn't see. But you know, I do my best, and then you know, I gave a great fight. You know, people loves this fight. You know, I do my best. I try my best to win the fight. You know.
Do you want a rematch?
Yeah, I want rematch anytime, anywhere.
Thank you very much again.
All right, thank you, Larry, and thank you for. I would like to thank to HBO for giving me this big opportunity to show the whole world, and I would like to thank to all the people who loves boxing, especially to all my countrymen in the Philippines, and also the president man and the president of the Philippines. Thank you very much, sir, and to all the government, officials come here to watch the fight, to support my fight. Thank you very much, Larry.
Salamat. Jim?
All right,